I kind of just want to get right into this one and not talk forever, but I do need to make a disclaimer that no judgment will be tolerated on this video. Today we will be cleaning my office, which is pretty bad right now. And I just want to be clear that mess happens for many different reasons in people's lives, and it's okay. It's not anything to be embarrassed about, but I just wanted to say that in case a problem arises. So let's get into the video. So here we go. If you clicked on this video, you know that we're cleaning my office today. And I guess that starts with showing you where it's at. So I can't even open the door all the way. Here she is. This is probably the worst corner. It's hard to get like an overall shot of everything, but this is just a pile that's a few feet deep. We got junk everywhere. My desk is also pretty bad. We got all the closets that are... I actually worked on this closet a little bit, so it looks pretty good so far. But yeah, you can see it's not in the best shape. I did quit my work from home job last month for a few different reasons. So I haven't really had to use my office very much, and this is why I haven't been editing, because as you can see, this environment is not easy to work in. It's also just been a rough time mentally and physically, to be honest. It's time to treat myself and give myself a space that I can be happy in. I'm still working on nailing down like the perfect procedure for cleaning. I like a preset order of operations for doing anything. So I'm still working on what works best for me in cleaning. So step number 1 is gonna be making a walking path, because like you can't clean what you can't get to. So I'm just gonna carve out a walking path along everything. It might not seem productive to pile things up further, but I promise you, if you are constantly climbing over things, you will get tired very easily, and you will not get very far. Plus, if you're like me and you want to scream when you step on anything unpleasant, you will understand. Especially if you have stuff like this on the floor. A whole bunch of marbles. So now I at least have a good walking path all the way around my room. So, path secured. My next step in cleaning is... Hi! Thank you for your help. My next step in cleaning every room is usually to remove the things that don't belong in there, which is vague, but you can separate it into different categories. Dishes is usually the first thing I get out, followed by clothes, and then anything else, like if you... Excuse me, sir. If you keep your shoes in another room, if you have a bunch of books in here that don't belong in here, that falls into this category too. Just get it in the other room. Don't even put it away yet. Just get it out of there if it doesn't belong in this room. And then the other thing that falls in that category is trash. Trash doesn't belong in there. So cups, dishes, clothes, trash, any order you want to do that. It just helps to get all of that out of there, because all that's left to do after that is some light cleaning and just moving objects around the room. So if you can do that, that's already a big step. I have no idea how long these tea bags have been in here. They're not moldy, but that's fine. If you have moldy food, like, listen, food molds, okay? If you're getting it out now, then that's great. If you're gonna get it out tomorrow, also great. I would recommend if you do have food that's been sitting out, I don't have anything on a plate or something, and anything with a moldy surface on it, please wash it out very well and sanitize the table. But if you have a lot of old dishes, I do recommend keeping a window open and just kind of letting the air out, for lack of a better term, because breathing all that in is definitely not great for you. So since I haven't used my office really, I don't have a lot of clothes and dishes in here. Usually during the week I have a few outfits that I keep in here. I rotate them out. So sometimes I do have clothes laying on the floor or tea mugs from the day before, things like that, but I actually don't have that much today. So good for me. I just have all of this other shit. And Miles is doing a great job of demonstrating my trash method. Please don't rip this. No! But it's a good idea to just hang a trash bag up somewhere because you're not going to get all the trash done in this section. You're just going to keep finding more. I can't even remember the last time I ate a Toblerone, so that's been there for a while. Alright, so after you get everything that's not supposed to be in here out, at least from the layer that you can see, because you're going to uncover some more stuff, I like to move on to, if it has a place, put it there. So this is stuff like that has a place in your room and it's not in that place. Literally just take it off the floor, off of where it is, put it in the area of that place. You don't have to put it away. If you have the motivation, you can go ahead and put away every single thing as you do this step. I usually have to work in layers, where I move a little bit of stuff all around the room, and then I move it a little bit more all around the room. That's just what works for me, but you do whatever you do. Yeah, the rest of these steps are going to take a little while, so I'm going to put on some YouTube videos to keep me motivated and put my camera down, and you can clean with me. So actually, before we do this, or I guess while we do this, I can talk about this, but I want to talk about mental health and anxiety and hoarding, because I had someone comment on a video. Here, I'll clean while I talk about this. But I had someone comment on a closet organizing video about how their family suffers from hoarding, and it's just hard to live like that. I am definitely a hoarder, and I don't say that in like a silly, funny way. The same way people talk about how OCD they are or how ADHD they are. You should stop using all of those terms unless you actually are those things. Have had hoarding tendencies since I was a kid. My childhood room was frequently floorless. I would have friends over. Actually, I wasn't really allowed to have friends over because you couldn't really see my floor. And that was pretty embarrassing. I am definitely serious when I, mention hoarding. This isn't just some silly, quirky thing. And where was I going with this? There's a lot of issues I could talk about with hoarding. But if I had to tell people one thing about hoarding, it's really an anxiety issue. I'm not a therapist, I'm just speaking from experience. It's an anxiety issue that manifests in a lot of different ways, but the root of all of it, correct me if I'm wrong, is anxiety. Usually I have the tools to not let everything get this bad. Okay, you'll have to hear me out for this part, but I feel like hoarding and like doomsday prep goes hand in hand for a lot of reasons. And I have this tendency in both ways. So one of the reasons that my room looks like this right now is because a few weeks ago we had a few very serious storm warnings. There was a derecho I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's pretty much like a land hurricane. Just terrible winds, and then there were awful thunderstorms, and I've been in a few tornadoes, so I have a lot of anxiety about storms. And so whenever there is a storm warning, or it looks stormy, or I get just this eerie feeling, I have a tendency to kind of micro doomsday prep, if that makes sense. So when I get a warning, I went through all of my electronics here. That's why everything's on the ground and this thing is open. I've since put my laptop back, but I put all my electronics in a safe cupboard, and then I had this box already on my floor, and when we got those storm warnings, I put all of my prized photographs that I own. I put my cash box from my craft shows. I put this stuffed animal that I made, all of these photographs and notes and everything, and I stuffed it in there. I've since taken some stuff out of there, but I had pretty much all of my prized belongings locked up somewhere for that whole week. Actually, for the whole month of June, really, I've had them all locked up in an effort to keep them safe. I mean, the worst thing that happened was we got some bad thunder and lightning. Our area did flood a little bit, and we had some trees come down from the lightning, but otherwise, we were safe. And I always feel so silly the day afterwards. Like my boyfriend and I, who I live with, we have very different outlooks when these things happen. He just continues watching TV, and I am putting first aid kits in the closet, and pillows and blankets and shoes and the cat harness and extra cat food, making a kind of doomsday prep for this storm that's probably not going to do anything, but in the moment it feels very real. And I know that's not directly related with hoarding, but I feel like there's some connection right now. I can't think too hard while I'm moving around. But if you have any similar feelings, just let me know. Okay, so I'm back. You can't really tell that I've done very much. I've basically just put all the electronics in here or up there. I had a lot of makeup and jewelry hanging out, so I just kind of piled all my makeup and accessories on there. You can see, obviously I didn't put stuff away, I just wanted to put it in its place. So I think what I'm going to do next, since I don't even know where to start, and a lot of this is new stuff that has to do with my business, or it's stuff that I just bought, like this thing, I think I'm gonna just clear a few spots on the floor and put everything into piles. So I'll have a finished product pile, which I already made down there for my business. I'll have craft show supplies. I will put yarn in a pile. I got a little pile of books started over there. Crafting supplies, probably a miscellaneous one as well. So I'm not going to talk for any of that, I don't think. So let's do it. So remember that huge scary pile that I had? You can see the floor now. And also it's in a few more manageable piles. I have yarn. I have important documents. I have craft show products. I have more electronics that I need to put away. I have craft show display things. This is just art and stuff that I need to hang up. And then I started putting, it's kind of hard to see, but my crafting supplies up here. Like all of those and these. And then this other shit is stuff I don't know what to do with yet. So my strong suit is in sorting. Love sorting. I love organizing. So I'm just going to keep organizing everything in this office, even the stuff back there, until it's pretty much all in piles. And I will always have one miscellaneous pile. It's going to be impossible not to have a miscellaneous pile. So I'm going to go do that. And then after that's done, we will come back for the next step. Also, I realized that I couldn't open the door because I had 2 trash bags. There's no food in here or anything, but just, you know, big bags of plastic and things from the last time I tried to clean out my room and didn't finish. So this will take a few tries sometimes. Surprise, I'm back. So I feel like everything is confidently at least a little bit sorted, at least enough so that I can work on putting things away. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with the electronics. I'm going to save most of the craft show stuff, like the products and the display stuff, is new, so it doesn't already have a pre-existing place. So I'm just going to put everything that has a pre-existing place where it belongs, and then we will figure out the rest. So the good thing about recording this is I get to take a break when my camera dies. And it's about to die. But I know it doesn't really look like it from this angle. But we are making a lot of progress. So I'm gonna get a snack, let my camera charge, and I think we can finish this tonight. I thought it was gonna be a 2-day thing, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So take a break with me. You deserve a break. And we'll be back. We'll do this. Break is over. I think I was just putting things away. The room looks good if you just look at this part and not at this part. We're just gonna keep chugging along and putting away whatever we can.
Over on this wall, this is just a blank wall that Chloe did.
So another problem with hoarding, I was going to use this as an example, but it's really loud, so I'm just going to talk to you about it while I move some other stuff. There is the anxiety of throwing away things that you might need. I feel like that's the most anxiety for me. Like these receipts. I probably will actually go through these receipts because I have a business now, but something like this tissue paper that I got in a gift, my immediate reaction is to keep it forever until I have a use for it. One, because I don't want to be wasteful, and two, I have the fear that a use for that will come up sometime in the future and I won't have it anymore. Sorry if there's a lot of deep breathing in this video. I've been like bending down and sitting back up for like 3 hours now. At some point you have to realize that your immediate comfort comes first, and if you can't think of a use for it right away, or if you can think of a use for it but you know you're not going to actually do that thing, it's okay to just throw it away. And I know, I advocate for sustainability and everything, and throwing something away may not seem like the best sustainable thing to do, but I promise you, one little thing of plastic wrap, one little receipt, one little napkin is really, really not going to make a difference when compared to all of the wastefulness and just terrible practices of corporations and everything. So, in case you didn't know that already, it's okay to throw things away if it is the difference between you having a livable environment or not. I can see no use for a postcard, ever. Usually I would just keep this and throw it in a pile of, office things I might eventually use. Can't think of a use for it. That's my only note card that I own, so it doesn't have a place. If I need note cards, I can go to the store and buy some. You may disagree with me, but you've never been in a situation where all of those tiny little things pile up until you can't comfortably live anymore. So, touche.
Take me back so perfect. Why did I try to end it? Surely it's time to move forward. And isn't it what really happened? We do know. No, we think we know. Based on what we think happened. What if I didn't jump? Was there anything unusual about that day? You were saying all kinds of crazy things. A man pushed you from the boat. Your ID said one thing, and you kept insisting it was something else.
People with perfect lives and music jump off ferries. If you're starting to remember some things, that must be really scary.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve.
Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Analytics, Squarespace is the ultimate platform to create a beautiful online presence.
Yeah, good job.
Always wanted to film one of these. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I got really inspired by Paul's video. I love that video. It's just like it was really nice to see what someone did. Before we go. I know it's getting dark, but I think I'm at a point now where I'm also out of breath. People also don't realize that cleaning is an exercise. It's a big, long exercise, and if your mental health is not good, chances are your physical health is not good, and also, you know, disabled people exist. So it's not as simple as just like putting everything away or like cleaning up real quick. You know, sometimes you have to just go really slow and take a lot of breaks. And if you do a little bit a day, you'll get it done. You don't have to like tornado go through the whole house because you will break your body probably. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? I am at a point where I feel like enough is put away that I can use my room again. I just have these that I have for extra storage. This whole area is open. The only things left are things that I'm gonna hang up, so those can stay out. Things I don't know what to do with, like this thing, and my pool floaty, and some of my crafting stuff because I have to figure out what I want to keep on my desk for crafting. And yeah, so I wasn't gonna do this part today, but I think I'm gonna have to. So after I put everything that I can away, my next step is to clean surfaces from the top down. So that would involve like a ceiling fan, if you have shelves on the wall, working down there, just taking everything off, just really quick, wiping down the surface, and then putting everything back on it. From the top down so that all the dust falls to the floor. And then you can vacuum. My dishwasher is on and it's scaring me. Sorry if you can hear that. But I do not have the energy to take everything off of every surface. Also, I don't have the energy to whoa, taking a while to adjust. Clean that side of my closet over there. So, I'm deciding to leave some things for another day. The surfaces that I will clean though are my desk. It just has like, I think this is sand. I'm not sure what from. You got a coffee stain, some cat hair, lots of, there's like tape from some labels that I had to peel off. Just a bunch of gunk on there, and then this table gets really dirty as well. Just a bunch of dust and hair, so I'm just gonna wipe those off. And then my futon is equally gross. I expect to hear nothing about it, actually. Is this dust? I was hoping it wasn't dust, but I think a little bit of it at least is dust. So I'm gonna vacuum that. Whew. And then vacuum the floor, and then I think we're gonna call it done for the day. Also, on the note of paper towels, just use them, okay? Sometimes you just need to throw things away. If you think you realistically will not be doing laundry every week, having filthy washcloths will just, they'll stink, if I'm being honest. They'll smell real bad piled up with all the other towels. And I want you to have a nice smelling, clean environment to exist in. So once again, it is okay to just throw things away. All right. Check that out. Clean, for the most part. Looking aesthetic already. See how easy that was? The reason I clean from the top down is because you can just do this, wipe this stuff on the ground, and then you just vacuum it all up. Because An issue for cleaning a lot with me is sensory issues and the whole thing where you like brush the crumbs in your hand and then go put them somewhere else. I can't do that. Can't do that. So, let the vacuum do it for you. You ready to meet the bane of my existence? Here she is. As I just mentioned, I have terrible sensory issues. Noise might be the biggest one. So my parents used to tease me because I was afraid of vacuum cleaners. Up until the age of right now, they still tease me. But you know, I am 24 years old and sometimes I just need to vacuum. And it's the worst. I do have these old headphones that I put on while I vacuum, and I wear my Crocs, so I don't have to like worry about running over my feet. I know that's not really a big issue, but yeah. And it smells bad. I think I need a new vacuumer to like really clean mine out because it smells old. But anyway, I'm just gonna vacuum enough so that I am not stepping on like little pieces of string and crumbs probably. So I'm not gonna do a lot. It'll realistically take me about 5 minutes to vacuum the floor and the couch. So wish me luck. Ooh. I think I did it. Whew. And now my back hurts and I'm very sweaty. Alright, apologies if you can hear my dishwasher, but here we are. The grand reveal. Blocked by this guy. But anyway. Oh my god. Wow. This looks like a living space. Do you like it? Oh my god. Do you see how confused he is? Where'd everything go? He is actually confused. That is so bad. Where is everything? Oh my god. That's how you know it was bad. Okay, bye. Yeah, now it's no fun to play in here because he doesn't have anything to play with. I'm so sweaty. Anyway, a table I could actually use. A couch I can definitely use for sure. Look at this desk. I could... Excuse me. I could for sure edit here now. So, expect some more videos soon. Now that I actually have a space to edit for the first time in over a month. Another important thing, I can actually walk through here, and although it's not organized, I can use my makeup, and I can find my jewelry. It is actually all in one place now. What do you think? So is everything completely spotless and like ready for an aesthetic room tour? Absolutely not. But that's not what matters. What matters is me and Miles can hang out in here now. He loves it. Are you proud of Mom? I'm proud of Mom. The goal was usable, and I think we surpassed usable. I think it looks usable and like almost kind of good. I think that took me... What time is it, Miles? Tell me what time it is. About 3 hours? May is also confused. Where's all my stuff? He has gotten so big He's been a kitten in some of my older videos, so if you want to see baby Miles, you can go on a fun little scavenger hunt and see which videos have baby Miles in them. What do you think? You are so big! When did you get so big? Anyway, we did it. Doesn't matter how long it took, doesn't matter what it looks like now, but we made a space that was causing a lot of anxiety usable and presentable, but usable is the most important part and less stress inducing. So I think we had a successful day. If you cleaned with me, good job. Even if you just put one dish back in the kitchen, that is cleaning. That counts as cleaning. You did something today, and now you can go watch TV and eat whatever you want. You don't even have to do anything today to be able to do those things. That's something I am still very much working on. I think to seal the deal, I'm going to open the window for the rest of the night and light a candle to kind of freshen up the area. And I think I will do the same. I think, well, I need to take the trash out actually. But after that, I will watch more TV and eat some good food and try to let myself relax. If you enjoyed hanging out with me today and you want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe if you are not already. I don't do a lot of cleaning videos. I do them when it gets really bad like this and I want to share the process, and also it just kind of motivates me to make it look nice if the internet is going to see it. But I also make an effort to keep it real, so if you like that, stick around. Most of my other videos are around crochet and personal style, but overall what's important to me as a queer, neurodivergent, disabled person is all three of those things, really. So if that's an environment you need, you are welcome here. Come and take a seat, eat some complimentary snacks. I hope you have a great day. Oh, I know this outro is super long, but I didn't get to do an intro, so let me just do a really long outro. This is just kind of like a fun bonus. This is a fun bonus, so if you've stuck this long, we're best friends now. I went to a party at a brewery the other day, and you had to pick out like one of these bracelets. They had about 10 different sayings, and you just had to like pick one out and wear it, and that's what got you drinks at the bar. But anyway, it was really interesting to see what like all my family and friends chose for their sayings. And mine was, it's probably gonna be backwards, isn't it? You deserve love, and you will get it. It sounds very loving, but also kind of like a threat. I'm just kind of using that as my, I don't think I want to use the word mantra, but just as my motivation. So I hope that motivates you a little bit, because you do deserve love and you will get it. There will be a time and a place where if you do not feel loved, you will absolutely feel loved in the future. You just gotta get there. That's all I gotta say. It will happen. That is a promise and a threat. I will actually stop talking now. I will see you next time.